Hello, I'm Look to Windward and welcome to Virtual Regs. Today on the show we'll be looking at the Macau VRPT final results and the impact on the leaderboard. We'll be talking about Joe Stapleton's comments on the game and VR in general. We'll look at the current standing in the Ambassador leaderboards and do a roundup of the blogs and videos I put out this week. We'll also take a quick look at some huge hands at the uncapped table.
I did not believe you for a second on that one.
Nice call, nice call.
He was just about to fold.
The Ultra High Roller VRPT event went to a heads-up battle between Nuts IMO and Joe Stapleton. Nuts took it down after a back-and-forth battle in which he demonstrated all of the skills which we've come to know and love him for at the table.
Player is all in.
My actual heartbeat,
Oh.
everyone.
The flop.
My actual heartbeat. There it is, guys.
The
Good
turn.
game. Couldn't get it
The
done.
river.
Good game, buddy. Nice work.
Nice to play.
One pair.
Nice to play with you.
Good playing with you. Later. Congrats. Good job. $60 million and $4. That's what I won.
Congratulations to Nuts. Great performance. Well deserved. We always knew you had the game to do it. And there'll be more on Nuts later in the programme. Joe Stapleton was interviewed after the event by It's Retina and Turtle Juice on their stream.
As we're here with the only Joe Stapleton here, just played in the 25 million high roller event for the first ever virtual reality poker tour. This is the Macau stop, second stop of the tour. Unfortunately, couldn't close it down. Got the second place, man. How are you feeling today?
Terrible. I'm really pissed.
Yeah.
I did have the slight chip lead before we had a reset, but I'm not gonna. That doesn't really matter that much. Like I think whatever's gonna happen. I think the better player won, honestly, which is why I'm so infuriated, and I'm just in such a rage. And I'm gonna destroy my Oculus and then tell Amazon it came damaged. So
That sounds like a great play, man.
That's kind of the mood. That's my current mood right now.
Yeah, I feel it, man. All right.
I don't blame you at all.
Let's see, our standard question. We ask everybody in all of our winner interviews, if you were to make a one prop for VR in the game, what prop would you make?
Let me think about this for a second. How about a blow-up doll?
That'd be amazing.
How about a blow-up doll?
Dude.
You would have to blow it up at the table. You'd have to be like...
Yep.
And then fully functioning blow-up doll that you can insert things into and or whack other people at the table with.
I love it, man.
And then you can get a virtual me too. So it'll just, that's the kind of thing. Oh, there should be male blow-up dolls too, by the way. Not just a sexist thing. A man or a woman.
You
heard it here first.
Yes.
As long as they're of legal blow-up doll age.
Exactly.
And
we got it. As
consenting.
Long as consent, yes. We need written consent.
So we can obviously expect blow-up dolls in the next patch.
At the moment, I really love the fact that it's just play money. I think it's got a certain... There's still a certain seriousness to it that I really appreciate and I enjoy. And what I enjoy the most is that the people I'm playing with are taking it seriously for the most part too, and it means something to them. And it's way more of like a hangout and a hang. And it's not necessarily, certainly there's competition involved and people do care. But when you take that edge off of it being for like massive stakes, you can still, I don't know, it's just a really special little lightning in a bottle that I've found here, and the fact that it's not money but people care and are genuinely like hanging out with their pals and know each other and have gotten to know each other and miss each other when you guys aren't around. So I wouldn't want to lose that, but I'm sure it'll be inevitable that everything will be in VR eventually. So online poker may be for real money maybe one of the last things to come to VR, but eventually we're going to be doing a lot more in VR than just this.
Joe's comment about lightning in a bottle really struck home with me. We are in a unique time right now with some serious poker being played, but not having to worry about real cash changing hands. I suspect if we didn't enjoy the company of those we were playing with, we would all stop tomorrow. This is a special time in VR before it goes mainstream, and I think we'll all look back on it with nostalgic feelings, even if there are really exciting times to come.
I love Winward's quote, by the way. Winward's quote from his show. I don't know if you guys watch his show. He closed his show by saying, "It's not real money, but it is life or death." And I think that's just a perfect, perfect explanation of what VR poker is like.
On Poker in the Years, Joe mentioned that there was something about VR that gave you the benefits of the real world with the anonymous advantages of online, and that it makes it easier to relax and interact with people. I couldn't agree more. I think Pokerstars VR provides an environment for people to play real poker in a real environment with people when perhaps they wouldn't have the confidence to go into a casino and play live, and that's a fantastic thing. Joe also suggested getting a Pokerstars VR superfan on the Poker in the Years show. I am ready and willing, and maybe even myself and the Growler together would be good. So let's take a look at the standings for the VRPT Player of the Year. Hamera Nix leads the way at 140 points, with Cavallino in 80 and 419 on 70. Growler, Smells So Good, Free Hugs, Nutsimo, TTV Paul and Mike Cormier all have 60 points or more. And this is an important mark because with 80 points available for the final main event, these are the only people who can catch Hamera with a single win. So on balance, it's quite likely that we already have our winner in Hamera Nix, unless one of those in the top 10 takes it down next time. It is of course possible for someone further down the leaderboard to make a final surge, but at this point, if I was a betting man, and I kind of am, I would put my money on Hamera to take the crown. So prove me wrong, folks, and someone do the triple win at the next stop. In the Ambassador race, a number of leaderboards have appeared in Discord where we can track the hands played, the chips won, leaderboard rings, and other ways of winning tickets to the final 10. Princess Lena, who unfortunately I haven't played with, has had a lead since the start and is approaching 18,000 hands played in the qualifying period. Stereo Man, Anonymous, Shabby, who plays at the high roller tables, and Applewee all follow with more than 12,000 hands. In the chips won in cash gains leaderboard, Chameleon still has the lead from myself in second, with Nutsimo taking a dive down the leaderboard, following a couple of hands, one of which we'll show later in the show. Turtle Juice has surged up to the 56 million, with All About That Ace on 54 million just behind. Again, I still think about 600 million to win this is going to be required, and again I think there's going to be a lot of chops and changes before all is said and done on this one. The leaderboard for rings and spinning tops is currently being led by Exotic Chaotic in joint first with Crazy and Crazy. Be interesting to see how many rings and tops it takes to win this. My guess would be somewhere around 15 to 20. But of course, winning this leaderboard doesn't qualify you for a final 10 spot in the Ambassador race. Instead, each ring and or top one buys you a ticket into the final draw. It would be possible to work out how many rings and tops are available during the qualifying period, and maybe I'll do that for next time, so we can see what percentage of tickets each person has got, and therefore their chance of winning a place in the final 10. So far, there's been 38 Ambassador draw tickets won from the spin wheel. There's been 125 Royal Flushes, which is probably more than I thought there would be, and 19 people have won the top prize in a spin and go. We'll keep an eye on all of these leaderboards as they develop. This week I had the pleasure of interviewing community legend Whistle. We played 50 hands heads up in my show Heads Up for Rolls. It was a joy to do it. Thank you again to Whistle for taking part. Thank you to all those people who we kind of took the mickey out of during the show. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate people watching that and taking the time to send in questions ahead of time as well. Lots more of those to come. If there's anyone you'd like to see on the show, please let me know and I'll see what I can do. And if you've got any questions, please keep them coming. I also created a blog this week on how to deal with a downswing. I talk about the importance of a positive mental attitude when going through inevitable downswings and the fact that everyone goes through them. The best thing you can do at all times is keep playing your normal game, and I talk in some detail about how to do that. I wrote this during a period when I myself had dropped 130 million over the course of about a fortnight, and it was a useful exercise for me to write it. Hopefully it's something you get something out of as well. There were some huge hands at the big table this week, with Chameleon making a surge from about 80 million bankroll to I think about 180 million, and Nutsimo taking home a couple of 100 million from the ultra high roller win, and then taking it to the cash tables. This resulted in the following couple of hands, which I'm sure you'll find interesting.
Okay, this is my last, and I will back later.
Are you gonna go all in?
Yeah. Yeah. All in, Jordan.
Fold. Raise.
Uh-oh.
Rebet. Call.
Windward, take a stack.
Fold.
No. Hello.
Do it. Match him.
Oh.
Actually, this is his last hand. Never mind.
Here's the flop.
This is my last fucking end.
I
Bet.
scared you off.
Welcome.
Nuts.
Call.
What?
That's a call. The
Your last
turn.
hand.
Yeah. I'll be back later.
Player bets. Call. Fold. The river.
See, how do you do that? How do you do the one at a time?
It takes
Exotic-
a long time to learn. I'm actually, I don't want to brag, but I'm actually the inventor
Bet.
of that move.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Exotic did it once. I was like, how do you
People
do it?
have
He's like,
learned,
you
people
just
have
gotta
copied.
do it.
Yeah. No. People have
The
stolen
ancient
it.
art
but it's
of
okay.
folding.
Yeah.
Raise.
Oh my God.
That's all you. That's all you. This is your chance. This is your chance. This is it.
On you.
This is it. This is your chance.
Player
Oh,
is
Jesus
all
Christ.
in.
He actually did it.
Showdown.
Oh my God. Wow.
You win.
Good God. There you go.
A couple of things to say about this hand. First of all, when you see someone go all in a big hand, if you're not in the hand, keep your mouth shut. It doesn't help anyone. It's not good etiquette, and I'm absolutely sure that if you just shoved in 150, 200 million on a bluff, you wouldn't want someone telling your opponent to call either. That aside, I'm not going to comment on the play in this hand. I am going to, however, comment on the sheer size of the testicular fortitude that both of these guys demonstrate in this hand. I don't think I've got it in me to make a bluff like that, and I'm fairly sure I haven't got it in me to make a call like that. So, well done, guys. Pleasure playing with you. Always entertaining. That's all for this week. If there's anything you'd like me to feature on the show, anything you'd like me to talk about, any aspect of the game you'd like me to look into, more than happy to do so. Until next week, remember, it's not real money, but it is a matter of life and death. Take care. I'll see you at the tables.
Come on.
Send the kid home.
Let's go. If you do it, I'll get my
Finish the
champagne
game.
out. I have 2 of them.
Finish him off.
Finish the game.
Player
Finish him
is
off.
all in.
Game.
Good luck, guys.
Fold.
Wow.
The
Oh,
flop.
man. A7.
The turn.
Oh
Give him
my
a 7.
God.
Give him a
That's
7.
not-
Give him a 7 or a club.
Chop, chop, chop.
Showdown.
Split.
Chop, 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 chop.
Side pot.
Chop, chop, chop,
One
chop, chop,
pair.
chop.
No.
You
Chameleon. Wait, split pot. No, split pot.
It's split.
Yeah, split pot, yeah.
Okay, now you're good. Yeah. Oh, I thought he was done. I thought he was done. I got so scared. Oh, shit. Give me my
Fold.
bag.
Take your money and run, man. Get out of here.